What's up, YouTube? This is Dan96 Davis bringing you another news for Transformers 4. Hello there, it's been a while. I know it might have been quite some weeks now, or might be a month I haven't done a video. That's because there hasn't been too much lately to just talk about on in the video. But now there have been some news I thought to give out. There's been some news of what's been new lately and what I would think about the idea. So here we go. So lately, when I've heard about the filming's doing good lately, and when they're doing the Japan scene of when I heard lately, and then when I saw the video of I keep thinking I think it's Japan or China, or whatever which one it is. I've seen the video of them doing the scene, and what I think is it looks good. It looks good because the explosions and all the people running. I mean, I find that good. They have done a good job on doing the fit on the scene like that, and And then the one good scene you got is on that scene you got like Bumblebee and Hound, and I thought to myself, where's the others? And I thought to myself, I thought the others might be somewhere else. That's what I'm thinking, or they're behind them, but they're just on the road or something. What else did I thought? What else was I thought? Oh yeah, then you got our main character. You do. Got our main character with some other people, and then all explosions goes off, and then that's when all craziness starts. You always got that in the film, and then I thought that was good how they did it, how they done all the explosions and all the attack, and how all the explosions gonna look like. There's only the one bit now you just gotta film it is they put the CG. Well, I think it calls CGI, or yeah, I think that's how you name it, or whatever you name it, to how they put the Dinobots into that bit. Well, they all look good, or whatever Decepticon we get in that scene fighting. I'm saying, do we get just the Decepticon troops, or the ones who can't transform, the ones who just look all Cybertronian, because that's what I call them when they're in the third film and second one, Or are they going to do it like have some of the main characters, some of the main Decepticon characters, and some of the troops? Because that's because I haven't thought, because they haven't really mentioned about Decepticons yet, so that's why I thought they might introduce some of them on that bit. Then when I was keep watching the clip, the scene then there was that man who was in the film. He looks like when they all ran and they stopped. It was going to look like a scene. The robots in front of him, and then that man goes up to it and starts talking to it. So I'm going to myself. He's trying to negotiate with the robot, trying to tell him, "Please leave us alone. Please leave us alone," and all that. He's going to start all crazy talk. He's going to have a stupid, silly talk to it. And we all know what's going to happen to him, really. I mean, if you have seen the making of the video, I think. If you have seen the video, anyway, what I'm going to say, if you have seen the video, then we all got to think. We all know what's going to happen. He's going to do his talk to that Decepticon, whatever he's going to talk about, and then after his talk, the Decepticon's just going to, put his gun on him and shoot him. We all know what's going to happen. It's going to be obvious. Well, that's what I think, but I bet you got to think the same thing as well. Right, on to the other news before I keep saying about that. The other news, our main character, Mac Wahlberg, I think that's how you say his name. There was pictures of him spotted in the doing a scene, and there was a picture of a weird weapon behind him. And then when I looked at it, it looked like, I said to myself, it was a sword. And then I said to me, and I thought to myself, it looks like the Star Saber. And then I was thinking, wow, that's going to be good for the film. And then I thought, it's small. Should it be more bigger than that? That's what I was saying. I was going like, it should be bigger, but it's just it's just for a human size thing. But what I thought is later when Optimus meets up with him, Matt's gonna give the sword to him, and then it'll grow to Optimus' size. That's what I said. What's gonna happen? Now, and when I was on the checking on the about the sword on the website, apparently the sword, and I think it's a good thing they're doing. That's what I think, because they say it's a main thing for the film. It's important, the sword is, and I said to myself, that's good then, because I thought to myself, if Unicron's in the film, I bet this is my guess. My guess would be Unicron's going to order Galvatron if Megatron come back from the dead and turn into Galvatron, if that does happen. He's gonna command him to find the human and destroy the sword, because Unicron might realize the sword's gonna destroy him. And then I thought to myself as well, and then I thought the other day, because if you remember the old movie film, the old animated film, there was because Unicron, when he was around, he wanted Galvatron to find the Matrix. So I thought to myself, will that be the kind of same thing again for this film? Ask Galvatron, if Galvatron's in it, to find the Matrix. And this time it's not just the Matrix to find; it's the sword with it. And I thought, when I was thinking about it, I keep thinking that would be a good bit. That'd be good then, because then he's gonna take two items with him: the sword and the Matrix. Well, if the Matrix bit evolved as well. Anyway, there was a picture of as well of this the first ever Wobot's face, and when I looked at it, I went like, wow, huh. And when I said to myself, a beard? Whew, we got another Wobot with a beard. I mean, not similar to Central Prime's. Not similar to Central Prime's. Not that kind of same beard thingy with the things coming down. It's just the dip and first. This time it's all bushy one. All like a bushy. If you know what I mean. I think I'm saying anyway. And with it, he's got like a hat on him. Like a constructor site hat. No, how do you say? Like, he's on a working site. That's what I say. It's like he's got that on. And then because by then I was trying to think, who could this be, this character? And it wouldn't not get in my head. But when I saw one thing on him, and then it triggered me, or let's say, then it got to me, who it was. Because if you've seen the picture, if you've seen his mouth, he's got like one of these bolt things. I think that's how you say it. Like, it's pretending like he's having a cigarette with it. And I said to myself, I've seen the kind of thing like that before. And when I said to myself, I know who it is. It might be the Autobot Cook, whatever his name is. Because if you remember the old anime movie, there was that blue Wobot. He was like, what was it? Well, I know his letters. It was K-U-P, and I think that's Cook. I think that's how you say his name, or Cook. Oh, it's hard to say his name. But I'm talking about, it was like a blue Autobot. It was a blue Autobot, and his transformation was like an Earth vehicle. Well, to me it did. Because I think, that's my thought, I think that's him. I mean, I know he doesn't have a beard and all that, but that's Michael Bay. He'll do it. He'll just put something different on the Wobots. That's what he's done to some of them. But I think it's an Autobot. That's my guess. That's my guess. I think that's our great man. That's our big man here. That's what I think. Then on to other news. Lately, when they're having an interview with Matt Warburton, I think that's his name. They were asking about all the Dinobots going to be in it, but then he said about, and then he was saying about he can't say anything. He was saying like, if I tell you, saying about like he'll get fired if he told someone. And I thought to myself, I know what he's doing. If I'm saying that there's something going on. Well, I'll find anyway. But what I'm saying is, what I think Mike Warburton should not tell people if they are in it. well, I know they haven't asked him again since, but it was good. I think it was actually as good he didn't tell him, because if there's no news yet of the Dinobots, coming to the film, then that means if they're never going to say it, then I think them keeping it secret until we get to see a trailer or something. Well, this is my thought. I think they won't tell us. I thought what they'll do is, I bet they'll never say anything about the Dinobots. But then maybe, when it comes to a trailer, maybe not the first one, maybe like a second one, or how many they'll do, and then I'll bet you that's when they'll reveal the Dinobots. Because then we will be all excitement. We'll all be happy. Well, that's what I think. That's what I really think. So that's all for today. Right, I'll be back soon with another one when I hear something good. So as always, subscribe to me if you got any questions or anything about the film, and give me some good thumbs up for it. So then I'll see you soon. Peace.